Welcome to USAFBL Fingerboard Podcast. I'm your host, and I'm excited to be chatting with Rocco of Raviollie. Rocco, also known as Raviollie on Instagram. Rocco, thanks for coming on the podcast. How are you?
Hi, all good. Ciao, Levine. All good. Can't complain.
Man, I'm excited to have you on the podcast. I don't get too many people from over the pond, over the ocean there. For
Yes.
people that don't know who you are, I would probably go out on a limb and say that, you're definitely one of the more wider known people for your art. And the fingerboarding community's got, several really well-known artists. But I do feel like, if we're going to talk about, the art in the fingerboarding community, like your name is definitely, in that collection of artists for sure.
Thanks for your words. I really appreciate. Really appreciate. Thank you, Levine, for saying this. I'll try to do my best. Try to do my best. Still a lot to do.
Well, the cool thing with art is that it's always changing, it's always moving forward, and it's never usually the same. And then when inspiration hits, like it can completely change your whole view and your perspective.
Yeah, correct. In fact, I would like to say that as people can see, I'm not showing my face, but rather let more my hands speak and my creativity take the spotlight, and my heart should talk for itself. And I would like more to focusing on the process than more than on the face.
Yeah, so this is going to be a unique episode for sure, a little different than our traditional episode. So this is definitely going to be a more art-inspired episode. So if it is Wednesday and we are launching the audio version, I would definitely go back on Thursday and watch this on our YouTube channel. So the audio is absolutely going to be amazing. Don't get me wrong, but you're missing an entire story on the video side. So definitely check out the video side if you don't do anything else with this podcast. It's going to be one for the books for sure.
Bravo, Levine. Well said.
No, most definitely. So I guess tell us a little bit about, where you're from. I like the accent. I know that you're living in Amsterdam, but I don't really know like the history behind you. Like tell us the Rocco story.
As you can clearly hear from my accent, I'm Italian. I was born in Perugia. It's a city, a small city in the center of Italy. But then let's say I'm a globetrotter. I was traveling around the world for working and my hobbies. And now it's 23 years. Then based in Amsterdam, but still I'm a globetrotter, and I go between Netherlands, Italy, and Korea.
You've been all over the place. I feel like Americans are not very well traveled when it comes to, just traveling the globe, but you're talking about like different continents and all kinds of stuff.
Yes, because actually my wife, she's Korean, so that's why I'm connected with Korea, and also I'm Italian, so I cannot say often, but I try to be connected with Italy as well, and my roots are there, so that's why I have, let's say, three homes. I'm trying to build more homes.
So is the art going to be more inspired from your Italy experiences or Italian experiences, or is it more like is it going to come from somewhere else?
Raviollie is a personal project that I'm developing, and it's a side of me, but it's because I do so many things. But Raviollie allows me to put together humor, art, and uh, words that sometimes I don't put in my other art projects. Um, so everything comes from, let's say, more from traveling, also talking to stranger and see so many things. I have so many passions and hobbies, then everything comes together in and squeezed together in this juice that is called ravioli.
Were you a skateboarder first or were you a fingerboarder first?
Was a skateboarder back in time, the period of H Street and Powell Peralta. I was not a good skater, honestly, but I was always connected to it. And once you are a skater, I think for more than a certain time, then you cannot detach it from you. Like when you see architecture or when you see certain things, you immediately watch it with the skater eye. And the same was for fingerboard. Like I remember when I was in the restaurant, I was playing with my fingers on the wine glass, or when I go to sleep, or on my bed covers, like on this wave of the bed covers, I use my fingers like ramps and half pipes. So No, but fingerboard actually, I don't do it since a long time. Like I'm a beginner, I'm a novice.
Well, I mean, I don't know what pretty much defines like how, I don't know if it's like a length of time that you fingerboard that makes you, more of an export, or if it's just like the skill sets that you acquire. Like that is kind of a weird area. But I mean, if you've been doing it for a little while, so I would consider you to be, halfway decent.
I'm still practicing. Actually, I'm still struggling with the nollies. It's so hard for me, the nollie. So,
It's
but
a
it's
weird,
okay.
yeah, it's a
Yeah,
weird motion for sure. It definitely takes a little bit of time. I've been fingerboarding off and on for 20 years, and I'm just now starting to get a bag of tricks in my switch form. So it takes some people a little bit longer than others for sure.
honestly, I more intense skateboard like in the old school way. Like can tell you that I was really I was in love with Matt Hensley. He was this skater from H Street, and I'm not looking too much for mega combos. Like I just enjoying one nice trick well done and do it and properly close it in a nice way.
No, I understand that completely. We're getting into an era of skateboarding where style is becoming less of an art form and combinations is becoming more of the new norm.
Yeah, and I think it's also not up to me to bring this key. I just want to take it as a passion, enjoy myself, not a competition or yeah, I'm challenging myself, but just I know what I want to do and not pushing too much and pretentious. I try to be humble.
No, agreed, agreed. So the Italian scene, I mean, is there an Italian scene? Like I've seen a few different companies or brands out there, I guess you would say, that are kind of hosting events, but I really don't know too much of what's going on in Italy or in Amsterdam for that fact. So, I mean, if you can share a little bit of insight as far as what's going on as far as those two scenes go.
Italian scene, I cannot speak for the past because I was not there, but I can tell you about the contemporary scene. It's pretty active. Like there are many realities all around Italy. Like there are the guys from No Flow in the north. They are organizing event. There is Seba with Italian Fingerboarding in the center of Italy. There is organizing event. There is Living Wood in Ravenna. There is organizing events. So yeah, I think the scene is growing, and I see a lot of passionate people and actually really good makers as well.
I mean, how long have you been in Amsterdam? Is there like a growing
Now
scene
it's
going on
23.
there or?
Now it's 23 years that I'm based here, and in Amsterdam actually there is no proper scene. In Netherlands there is a good scene. There are some guys actually from the East Europe like Fonze and Normal Human. They are doing great job here. And there are really good fingerboarders as well. Like they wear fast fingers. There is Kim, Dutch girl, that she's doing great.
What's the go-to setup? What's the fingerboarding setup that you use the most or currently?
Oh, as I told you, I'm still a beginner, so I'm still in the studying session, and that's why in my discovery I have one outdoor setup, and then I have different indoor setup. I like to ride my Raviollie deck. Now on my Pretty deck of fast fingers, I managed one Pretty deck, so I was amazed. December decks are great, and Living Wood decks are great.
Those are good brands, definitely good companies.
And the same for the track. I'm testing, and
Yeah.
also see what I like the most because sometimes I see that fingerboarding is like art. It's really subjective. Like somebody tells you, "Oh, you should try this brand," but then other people, "No, you should try the other one." So the other, it's like art. It's really like food. So I want to try for myself. I want to discovering. I'm in the discovering phase.
No, I agree. I ride double joints, but I'm looking at probably switching off of that brand and moving on to something else. Certain shapes allow you to do certain tricks a lot better, and I'm realizing that, the tricks that I like to do are not the easiest to do on that brand, that deck. So I'm kind of looking at, other different options and things like that. And so, when you're first starting out, you don't really know what tricks you like to do consistently, like more than others, and just finding that feel is it's a process for sure.
Okay, so also you change a lot. You are not stick to one
Yeah,
setup.
Well, I feel like I've outgrown that shape and I've been riding it for, 2 or 3 years. I absolutely love the brand. And, there's just a lot of other things out there. And I felt a few different setups that feel a little bit better, in my opinion, for the tricks that I like to do. And I'm just kind of going down that rabbit hole as far as, what is the new deck that Levine likes to ride now. And so, like, I think that my fingerboarding has evolved, and I think that I'm still using a shape that used to be great for me, but doesn't quite fit who I am now.
Yeah, there are so many people and so many good brands actually.
Yeah.
Like so many dedicated people to do this, and it's amazing. Like every time I'm mesmerized by how much effort people put in this small object,
Well, I
this
didn't
small bit of.
understand why people have so many different setups because I only have like 3 or 4 setups and they're basically the same deck, make, model, wheels, everything. So I see people with like 20 full complete setups and I'm always wondered why, like, why would someone need that many different setups? And now I'm like, okay, this makes a lot more sense. So like if you're going to go street, skate in the streets, you're probably going to want a different setup as far as like wheels and things like that goes. If you're going to skate more transitions, like transitional stuff, half pipes, verts, things like that, maybe you want like a double box deck or something like that. And so there's just like a lot of different setups for different things that you're doing. And I'm coming to that realization that like my one deck doesn't fit everything.
Mhm. No, I got you. I think because first of all, human being likes to collect, maybe
Hmm. This
in
is true
general.
too.
So you are more wise.
This is true. But I mean, the longer I do it, the more experience I get behind why people do the things that they do and see just as a whole. And so it starts to make sense. So even if I didn't understand it 2, 3, 4 years ago, now I'm getting to the point where like I get it now. I didn't understand it, but now it's perfectly clear. So when did the brand Raviollie start?
Less than 2 years ago, actually. I was working in Milan as well, and that's where I started. I started because I was into fingerboard. I started to draw a lot about fingerboarding. And this friend of mine who has a small band, like a small club, he told me, "Oh, I really love this. Why we don't do an exhibition?" And I said, "Are you sure? This are just sketches about fingerboard." "I know, I love it, let's do it." So I did this small exhibition and I tried to contact some fingerboarders in Italy because I was completely out of the scene. And they came, and that's how I started. And then from that day on, it was 100% addicted to it.
When you started, did you start it with by making decks or was it primarily like the art that kind of got you started?
No, I'm more creative, so I start just with drawings, posters, stickers. Then slowly I found a partner that he allowed me to do t-shirt, posters, and cap. He's based in Rome, so that's why all the ravioli merch is shipped from Italy, from Rome. Then I'm not a deck maker. Now I'm joining my forces. My partner is Livingwood. There is this guy from Italy. Actually, for me, is one of the top maker, and also Noflo is helping me a lot. But as I told you, I'm still studying my shape. I'm still studying my form. I don't want to pull out like decks and be fast. I want to be first. For sure, I release some decks, but I want to be happy and satisfied with what I'm doing, and still I'm processing and studying. So
I like that. So all the decks from Ravioli are going to be made in Italy then, correct?
yes, now are handmade in Italy by Livingwood, and in laser cut I'm doing there also as well in Italy, and now I'm trying to do some heat transfer graphic here in the Netherlands and in Korea as well.
Man, this is a global brand for sure. This is pretty cool.
Yes, yeah, super happy, super happy. That's why I keep rolling because I see like I receive so many nice messages from people, and this really keeps fulfill my heart.
If someone was wanting to, do you know a lot about the like living wood decks as far as like the molds and the shapes?
Yes, we started with the first mold last year, And now I managed to have my own mold. It's a double deck because I need to double so nose and tail with the same angle. And yeah, I'm trying to shape. Because at the beginning I want to have more concave. Now I'm trying to have less concave, more aggro as well. So it's a step by step. It's a step by step thing, and experimenting and trying what is good for me and how I can achieve a nice product.
That's my favorite part of a company is when they're in the experimentation stage because no one knows what the final line of products looks like until after they kind of experiment and see what works for them and stuff like that. I feel like once a company is like really established, they kind of stick to the same thing and they don't really like to experiment and change things very often. I feel like, when a company is in their earlier stages, like that's where all the creativity, all that inspiration, all the trial and error comes in, and that's where the magic happens.
Yeah, exactly. Like honestly, for me, ravioli is a creative art, and I want to keep it like that. I don't want to stick to. I already have my work. I work with brands and stuff that keeps me in cage sometimes in between fancies. And with the ravioli, I want to have no boundaries. I want to keep genuine, spontaneous, and also living good. Is a fantastic person to collaborate with. So yeah, this is also what I'm trying to do with Ravioli, try to establish more a collective than more a brand, let's say.
So where can people buy your stickers, your art, your merch? I mean, is it just on your website or do you have other distributors?
Ravioli.it. Then I have a Curious Board distributor in UK, still on the website, but he has my stuff. Hopefully, he's going to be ready soon. I know that you talk with him as well. Then I have Smaplex in Korea. He's a really nice guy. And also I have some stuff for Asia market there. And I'm open to have somebody with believing in ravioli and maybe having physical distributors as well. This is what I'm looking for.
Okay. So yeah, if you're a physical distribution, person, brand, or company, Rocco's looking for you.
Yep.
All right, so let's talk about the art. So your art has a very unique style to it. It's one of those like you can it doesn't matter where in the world like you're at, if you see one of your pieces, like like that's a ravioli.
Thanks so much, Ivan. That is, for me, it's the best compliment that you did. Tell me, like, really appreciate. I try to be original. I try to be authentic. I try to be spontaneous. So, like, I try never to push Control Z. Like everything that comes from Ravioli first try is what come out. So
And that's not
thanks
an
again.
easy thing to do either. I mean, having that kind of branding through your art and still being able to show the inspiration and emotion behind the art, that is extremely difficult to do.
Yeah, yeah. I actually would like to see more and more before the challenge. I'm doing this.
I feel like we need more artists in the fingerboarding, scene. I feel like art is what drives. I mean, just like fingerboarding itself is going to be based off of, just style tricks and things like that. But there's like a portion of the culture where like we love the art, we like deck graphics. Like deck graphics, especially in the early days, was like everything. Like we used to like the graphic better than we actually liked the company. And so like a company produced like a really cool graphic, like we're all like, oh, I love that graphic. It doesn't matter who made it, but like we fall in love with the art itself. And I feel like we need to kind of get back into, people making art where we just fall in love with the art before we even realize who's actually producing it.
Yeah, that's right. I remember I fell in love with the Lens Mountain deck with all the little cute characters that were jumping. I don't know if you remember for Power Peralta. Wow, sticks still nowadays in my head. Yeah,
No, I agree. I see like the Santa Cruz, like the screaming hand, like you see that everywhere and everybody knows like where that came from, but you don't really see nearly enough like original art. I see a lot of people doing inspired art that somebody else has made, but I don't see a lot of original art pieces, and I would love
yeah,
to basically like to see the fingerboarding scene kind of get into the point where there's a lot more new original pieces of art coming in.
exactly, exactly. Well said.
So Rocco, so where does the name Raviollie come from?
Ravioli comes from is two words put together. Actually, it's ravioli, and ravioli is an Italian stuffed pasta. It's like an Italian dumplings, let's say, and you can feed it with ricotta and whatever you want, like from veggie to fish to meat. And holly, everybody knows what is holly. So, like the sound sounds like ravioli, but actually it's ravioli.
You're making me hungry.
Yes. So yeah, just simple, and I was looking for something simple and striking and funny. I like not to keep it myself too seriously, especially fingerboard.
I like that. It's pretty cool. So did this come, I mean, is it like a nickname that kind of came to you, or is it something that you kind of just kind of put together?
Yeah, it's an alter ego that I want to. I love alter egos. Like I create so many alter egos. I love fake names in general. That's why I can talk with Ravioli. I want to have something Italian, something totally funny related to skateboard and fingerboard.
No, that's pretty cool. I think everybody's gonna like to know where the history of the name came from for sure, because it's definitely different. It's unique.
But do you know ravioli pasta? Have you never tried
Oh, we love pasta over here.
ravioli?
Raviolis, the stuffed I like there's like baked raviolis and then there's like the stuffed ravioli. There's all kinds of raviolis, but
Yes.
like
Okay.
you being from Italy, like you have the original recipes. We have like a weird American version of it, but I'm sure the raviolis over there are way better than over here.
Yeah, OG ravioli for sure.
Exactly, exactly. Oh, that's funny.
As I told you, ravioli is more a side of me, and ravioli comes more from the inner child of myself and from how I see the world, from what I'm surrounding. I love talking to strangers. I love traveling and seeing different places, different geometries, different architectures.
Actually agree with a lot of the stuff that you're saying. Like the first time I went to Fast Fingers and went overseas to Europe, I realized how much the United States is lacking as far as like art, culture, and like just the architecture. Like American buildings are very, very plain. Like a lot of them are kind of cool when you look at it as like just being glass and like just the structures of it. But like until you go to like Europe and you're looking at like the churches and all the building architecture and the cathedrals and things like that, like I realize how like America's kind of boring when it comes to, that aspect. And so when I went over there, like just looking at it caused me to start thinking about, why don't we have these things, looking into like really getting more involved into just the buildings, the engineering, the just everything that goes around it. It's a completely different, it's just nothing I've ever experienced before. And it definitely brought a lot of artistic just abilities out of me, basically, just looking at just how things are made, how they did it, maybe. Like I did a lot of research and stuff when I got back, and I was just like, man, like there's got to be reasons why we don't see that everywhere.
Have you been to Italy? Have you never
I
been
have
to Italy?
I have not. It is definitely on my bucket list. There's a few countries that I'm just like, I need to go there now.
You have to. You have to. Yes, as you say, like yeah, traveling open mind, open the mind because breaks the boundary of your knowledge as well. Just seeing how the people um, intend the same thing in a different way. So yes, I think everybody should spend their money traveling. I think it's the best way to spend money.
No, I agree. The culture is what's the biggest thing for me is how different all the cultures are, how different people's mentalities are as well, how happy people are in general. Like it's when you look at your art, you can definitely tell that it's coming from a happy place.
Yes, I try to keep, as I told you, my inner child alive every day. And actually, it's not easy. Huh? You have to train every day like the gym. Huh? You have to train to see the world as a kid, and it's not easy. But it's a nice challenge.
I agree. All right, so in the fingerboarding scene, I mean, what would you like to see more of as far as art goes? I know, like, I mentioned, like, I like to see a lot more, like, original art pieces for decks, but I mean, as an artist, what more, like, what would you like to see more of as far as the art goes?
Talking about ravioli or talking about in general fingerboard art?
Just in general.
I would love to see exhibition actually that talks about fingerboard art. Let's say, imagine nice to have some next exhibition of artists or brands. Remember at Fast Fingers, there were these big walls, huge walls, and people they were mesmerized and amused to see the walls. So I would love to see more exhibitions.
I like that. Yeah, Fast Fingers, they had walls just covered in history and art. There was like a section where there was these concrete bowls that were all hand painted by different artists around I want to say country or maybe even around the world. I not I didn't I got pictures of them, but I didn't really go into depth as far as like who painted each one, but I think you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, spectacular. Yeah, but you can do decks, you can do
Mhm.
photography, also obstacles. I think they are piece of art. Sometimes they are proper sculpture. So I can see them like in a white pillar inside of a art gallery for sure.
Definitely. That'd be pretty cool. I've seen a few obstacles. I can't remember who made them, but it was out of the Ozzy Berlin store. It had like all the skulls and stuff that were kind of like impeding into like the little mini ramp. And it was like very gory, very ghouly. It had like, just blood trails and skulls and all kinds of stuff around like the outside of the mini ramp. And then of course you have the mini ramp thing. I'm gonna have to find a picture and I will have to find it. But I saw that and I was like, that is the most artistic like mini ramp I've ever seen in my entire life.
But you're talking the one maybe with some skulls that were popping out from the structure.
Yeah, yeah.
It's, I think I've seen it.
I can't remember who it is, but just know that I'm thinking about you, whoever created that piece of art, and we appreciate it. So, was this Fast Fingers your first Fast Fingers?
Yes, it was my first fast fingers. It was crazy, yeah.
Absolutely. So tell us kind of the journey of getting there and your overall experience with Fast Fingers.
Oh mamma mia. When I arrived there, I was like, oh, where am I? Like seeing all those people, all those kings, so many different skills. Mamma mia, I was like speechless.
No, definitely. It was an absolutely massive facility. I don't know the square footage, but it was absolutely huge. And there were parks everywhere. And then there was, history, there was art, there was competitions. Like there was just so much going on at that event. It was absolutely wild.
Mamma mia, yes, it was great. And also when we were at the table, there was no gender, no race, no age. Like we were everywhere all the same, and this really appreciate. I think in 2024 that you see people they stay at one table just to play. Seems like just a simple thing, but it's not common. Like I'm not strangers that you just sit or they stay close to a table just to play. For me, it's magic. Like really magical.
And then, of course, a lot of the largest brands and stuff were there. I mean, I got to meet you. There was a bunch of American people there. There was definitely a lot of European people there, Chinese brands, just people from all over I think they said like 28 countries of competitors were there, but I know there was like maybe double the amount of actual like attendees. And so it was pretty cool to just like see everybody from all over the world.
No, mamma mia, to see all the fingerboard divinities was amazing. Also, I managed also to meet Martin and Denise from Black River or the Black River team. And then Martin brought me to his crib and it was a special experience. Like, I will keep it in my heart forever. Special person, special place.
We have those experiences that we'll literally remember for the rest of our lives. And I think that Fast Fingers was definitely one of those.
Yeah, 100%.
So I think this is a great time to do our Listen to Win contest. So
Okay.
Rocco is going to be giving away some custom handmade one of one stickers and a custom 101 original art piece.
I was thinking to that you do the usual challenge about tricks, but so not focusing more on the skills, but maybe adding some sense of humor. Let's say a funny key to the video, to so everybody can be part of it. and not only the super mega fingerboarders as a competition. I hope it's clear, like just to add a bit of a funny touch to it.
Yeah, so we're basically looking for the most humorous fingerboarding clip, also known as positive, good, funny vibes. So we're really looking for that just overall good feeling, humorous fingerboarding clip. And so this will be a contest of not who did it first, but who did it the best. So we're looking for the best humorous fingerboarding clip. Upload your clip to Instagram and tag USAFBL, USAFBL underscore FBP, and Raviollie. We're going to be hosting this from Wednesday, the audio launch, all the way until Friday. So this will be ending Friday, 5 p.m. CET time, Amsterdam European time, or 11 a.m. Eastern time for us Americans. I'm
Nice one.
excited.
Let's see. I'm curious. Yeah, I'm curious to see how people intend sense of humor as well. So let's see.
It's different. I love it. I'm excited to see how this pans out. So, got some cool things up for grabs, and I can't think of a better way of getting this out to the people. Let's talk about some up and coming projects. You got any new things that are getting ready to launch, or maybe a little further down in the into the future that you want to leak on the podcast?
Actually, yes. How much time do we have? I'm joking. Yeah, yeah, it's really productive period for me. So I can pull the bomb now immediately, and is like now I can say it. I say officially that it's gonna be released soon. Collaboration with Black River, and I'm so happy that I made it, and we made this together because they are a special person and they support me since day one. So like really, really, I'm so honored to be part of the Black River production. Then I'm doing with the Wood Club a deck for Seba. I don't know, Seba is an Italian rider that is living in South Asia, and he's really good. He's the combo guy. Maybe somebody knows. Then I'm releasing also a graphic for Alex Christ for Solly Fingerboard that it should come out. Then I have a lot of collaboration coming from a normal human. I have WAG Japan also with No Flow Italy, with Spark from South America. I have also with the GM Studio. I don't know if you know the guy that construct this windmill mechanical thing. Also is coming out with custom. So a lot of things actually.
That's a list. It sounds like you're a busy guy.
Yeah, try to keep myself busy and collaborate with over the world. Like I will try to travel more, and hopefully in future, Fingerboard can allow me to travel more.
That's the dream. That's one of the my favorite parts of fingerboarding is the travel and traveling to just events and traveling to go meet people and just fingerboarding gives you a reason to go do those travels where you wouldn't have normally have done that. And so I would like to say that I would go to Germany, but like fingerboarding gave me a reason to go to Germany and go attend the Fast Fingers event and stuff like that. And so travel is hand in hand with fingerboarding, and I feel like, the travel lifestyle is definitely a great lifestyle. So
Yeah, correct. But at the same time, people think like maybe why I should have new friends. Now I have my friends. I'm a grown-up person. I already know people that. But actually, it's not true because with Fingerboard, I discovered so many nice people, and actually, I can call them friends now. So it's amazing. Like I feel blessed for being touched by Fingerboard.
oh, the same for sure. What hobbies do you have that people may not know about you besides fingerboarding?
Oof. Mainly, I draw. I draw all day or I do animation, also because it's part of my job as well. And I have a lot of things. I love graffiti. I love traveling. I love magic. I love abstract board games. I collect them especially the one made out of wood. I draw them with my computer, with the iPad, or I love making sculpture. I have a studio here where I also do art as well. So I keep myself busy.
I can tell. There's never a dull moment, I guess, with Rocco for sure. So always
Yeah,
something you
that's
could
why.
be doing, always something to get inspiration from.
That's why I don't drink coffee, even if I'm Italian. Otherwise, I'm fucked.
Up all night just doing stuff. Man, I'm sure you got a nice size list of shout outs or people you want to give recognition to.
Yes, yes. Actually, a lot of people, but I try to be fast. Is Livingwood, No Flow, Paolo from XF, the Casoncelli from crew from Italy, Lauren Fede, Nico, Fede FB, and Italian Fingerboard crew. Then in Germany, like Martin, Denise, Tobias, and Ollie. Great person is also CD player Chris Daniels that he pushed me also my stuff on the last Mike Schneider podcast. So like an honor. Then Nikita Normally Humor, Kirill Fonze, Alex Kreis, Sorry, Yeldo, Christopher Stolli, Mendes, Spark Firbergo, Seba. In Korea, I have my crew like Yeba, Iwan, Smaplex, Peck Mamazin.
That's a good size list.
Yes.
Rapid fire too. I like it. Man, I got a few shout outs as well. First off, if you're watching this on our Patreon channel before anybody else, thank you for all the love and support. We've got early access on our Patreon channel, subscription boxes, and so much more. Also, league memberships. Our site is live with league memberships, league rankings, all kinds of cool stuff. And we are getting closer to launching our 2025 regional and national tour for next year. And then Combo of the Year is officially started. So put together your best combo, tag USAFBL underscore COTY. Also, Big Brother is in line of the year. So put together your best line as well. Tag it to USAFBL underscore LOTY. We're giving away $1,000 cash for both line of the year and combo of the year. Anybody can join in any country, anywhere in the world. Everybody is a participant, so it's free to enter. Literally, just put together your best clip, no additional music added to the background, and submit it to those two channels. USAFBL underscore LOTY, USAFBL underscore COTY. Rocco, where can people
Okay.
find you on the internet? What social medias do you have?
I have Instagram, mainly, where I put all my artwork, is Raviollie underscore official, or on the www.raviollie.it.
All right. And then I'll make it super easy and I'll put those links in the description for them as well. It's been an absolute pleasure, Rocco. I appreciate you coming on the podcast.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Levine. I really, really appreciate. Thank you for this opportunity. And please don't stop. Keep spreading the word of fingerboard around the world.
Most definitely. I have no plans of stopping anytime soon. So lots of fingerboarding content coming you guys' way.
Yep.
Till next time.
Ciao, ciao.
My deck, it's time to roll. Fingerboard in hand, let's rock and roll. Tiny wheels spinning, tricks in the air. On this little board, we've got no cares. Fingerboard fun, it's a silly sight. Flipping and grinding from morning to night. With every trick, we're feeling fine. Fingerboard madness, it's finger flipping time. Tiny ramps and rails, we conquer them all. Even though our boards are small. Fingers flying like lightning bolts. We're fingerboard kings, no one revolts. Fingerboard fun, it's a silly sight. Flipping and grinding from morning to night. With every trick, we're feeling fine. Fingerboard madness, it's finger flipping time. So grab your board, let's have some fun. In the world of fingerboarding, we're second to none. With laughs and jokes, we'll pass the time. Fingerboard friends in this silly rhyme.